All right, man. A little bit, man. Okay, now I want to hit you in with this one, man, because we're gonna jump onto a little bit of the protest and everything like that, because I know you guys are involved in that. You know, but let's see. How can you protect what you fear?
Hmm.
That is your line
Yeah,
from you were speaking in Carmel,
yeah, yeah,
and I thought that line was super powerful.
yeah.
How do you protect what you fear?
You can't.
That's
Yeah,
it's like you and what I did was I took that and I took it to the zoo.
right.
How do I protect a lion when I'm truly afraid of it?
Lock it up.
Well, the
Open
only
it
way I
up.
can do that is I have to do it from a distance.
Right.
I can never
Yeah, it can never be. Yeah,
get up close and understand,
Right.
because that fear won't allow. Because I know,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
And that man, that's what stood out for me, man. And I was like, man, I really want to ask you, man, what was going on when you said that, man.
For
You
me, for me, I realized like we targets. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that I'm gonna just kind of say what it is. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Police seem to be scared of us because in situations that I see in videos, when it's us versus somebody else, they make it out and we don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is like, if we in this neighborhood, this hood where we done grew up at, where we done been our whole lives, and this stuff is normal to us, how can you bring somebody from these hit counties in here to protect us when he's scared? He ain't gonna never be able to do his job because that fear is not going to allow him to be comfortable doing his job.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? And so that you cannot protect what you fear. You can only go by the rules. But
Right.
once you get in that position where your fear overtakes those rules, you're gonna kill something, and that's what they do. And those rules don't apply, and then they sit back and get slaps on the wrist or pats on the back from being scared in the situation. Ain't no damn, you're not being no man because you killed a black man who wasn't doing nothing to you. You were scared. You were a coward. You shouldn't have took the job if that was the situation you was gonna be in. And I blame it on the system. Don't put these people in our neighborhoods. Don't bring them here.
Okay.
Y'all need to find a way to get people from this neighborhood to police this neighborhood.
Okay.
He can't come in here. He's not. If he's scared, he's not wanted. He can't protect us. He can't do
Right.
nothing for us. He ain't got nothing to offer us but
Okay.
fear.
That makes
So that's
sense.
where. And I wanted to make sure when I got to Carmel, I stood on everything I said. I wasn't going there to beat around the bush. I wanted to be blatantly honest. I wanted to be black. I wanted to be a black man in front of a white community and let them know this is bullshit and we ain't going.
Right.
And you know, unfortunately, the way the world is, it's like, I mean, what do y'all want us to do at this point? Y'all beat the shit out of us. Y'all kill us. Y'all oppress us. Y'all make shit harder for us. And as soon as we flash out, we the problem. Like it's like the bully getting his ass beat, and then I get suspended, and this motherfucker been bullying me forever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that, but that's how I see it. And so we tired. We was just tired. We fed up.
Okay. Now this one is for both of y'all, but you said it, but this is for both of y'all. And I want to know what it means to both of you. But you said to a kid in a video, you said you got to be built different to be this color. That is part. You have to be built different to be this color. What does that mean to you?
When I said it, so a lot of times these kids we serve don't get those hard conversations. You know what I mean? Once they turn that certain age, you're not cute no more.
Right.
You're not that, oh, just a little black boy no more.
Yeah.
You a man, even though you're
Right.
not no man.
Right.
And so
Right.
we got to start having these tough conversations early. And so this color is different. You know what I mean? It hit different. And you know it hits different because these laws and these rules mainly affect us. So it's something about us. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, hold on. It's something they don't want us to know about us. We one of the only people where our history is gone. Where's our history? We don't even know it. We argue each other about history because it's been whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so when I told him that, I'm like, you got to be built different. Because number one, you're going to have to work harder. Your grind going to have to be different. You're going to be able to be equally yoked as the next man in a different color, but you're not gonna be qualified because you are that color. You gotta know this. This is I'm gonna tell you early, so it's already in your mind.
Yeah.
So you gotta do that extra to get that extra.
Yeah.
It ain't equal. It ain't. We're not even fighting for that no
You
more.
can be anything you want to be,
right? But right,
you have to do this.
right. You have to do a little more.
Yeah,
right,
yours is a little different.
Right, and it's gonna be slaps in the face where you know you better,
Right,
and you don't get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so that I gotta my job, and I took this job knowing that I gotta give the real, the raw, the truth. And I'll be a fool to hold any of this information that came from what I done been through. I gotta give it to them so they can live the best life they can live. And that's part of it.
Wow. D?
You really nailed that. It's just about, my biggest thing is I'm always trying to be realistic about perception. I do believe that perception is reality. I don't believe that the perception is the truth, though.
Okay.
What I perceive is what I'm going to base my reality off of, but that's not always the truth. So you dealing with these people, like you see young black boys, like my perception or another person's perception of you might be totally left. And it might not be true, but based on their perception, that's how they're going to treat you.
Yeah.
So don't be walking around being naive and gullible thinking that it's this when it's really this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might hurt your feelings. You might feel some type of way about it, but you being cognizant of that and you being aware can save your life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you cannot move in the same manner that somebody else your same age, your same size, whatever, but a different color can move. The consequences are going to be different for you. 100%. You don't get the same grace. You don't get the same leniency as somebody else. Crazy or example. So with Child Advocates, we had a training. We went to French Lick or whatever. We had a training that was really good. We talked about diversity situations. This topic kind of came up about differences and stuff. I think white privilege was kind of thrown out there. It wasn't really heated, but it was a really good conversation. So I just talked about, as I'm like a big black man, I talked about my experiences going on a visit and all the things that go in my mind when I walk up to somebody's house, when I'm in somebody's home.
Yeah.
I walked in, I went from step to step. So first off, I said with me, they'll tell you in a lot of the trainings and stuff to like park in people's driveways. I don't park in people's driveways. I don't ever want to like get out in somebody's driveway because like everything is about my perception. I'm doing a checklist. I always park on the street. When I walk up to the door, if the door is right here and it has steps, I never walk up on the steps because I don't want when a white person or whether it's a white man or a white lady, the first thing they see when they open the door is a big black man. I always make sure I always go on the bottom step. You know what I mean? Wow. I always greet from the bottom step until I check their comfort level. If they're not comfortable, I don't go up those stairs until I feel like they're comfortable.
And this has nothing to do with your company rules at all.
This is what I do.
This
is me.
Personal
this is me.
inventory.
And this ain't got nothing to do with COVID. I've been doing this before COVID. It ain't social distancing, nothing. But it's for real. Walking into people's home, I'm always keeping an appropriate distance. I'm always making sure when conversations elevate where they get emotional that I'm trying to control my voice to an extent because I'm a big black man with a deep voice. So when I speak passionately, it's gonna come off with a certain. If you're not used to it, it can come off. So I know that I can come off and I say like I broke down the whole thing from like me getting out of my car, to what I'm wearing, to how I'm talking, to my distance, to everything. And I said, I do that every time I go on a visit.
But here's what's funny, though. Is that you do that every time you go on a visit, but what they don't understand is that we do that when we wake up.
When I go into it, before I go into
it ain't got nothing to do with
anything.
You know what I mean? Going on at work.
Right.
Like I said, when you go into a store, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things you have to think. We have to
take my
think.
hood off.
We have to think. It's certain. You know what I'm saying? It's just every day we go to work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, we have to think harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to think extra.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I broke it down to them, and I had people. They was just like, "Oh my God!"
Looking at you like you was crazy.
No, they weren't even. It really opened up a lot of people. They was just like, because I think I think so many, and that's why I think like people in situations like we are, where we have like we're stand up people. People can like, I'm not lying to you. I'm not just blowing smoke. Like I'm speaking to you real. I'm not finna come in this training and just say something.
Right.
I'm talking some real, talking real
like
shit
I made
to you.
this, I didn't sit at home and make this up.
And you got like, you know, these white people that, you know, they have respect for you and what you do and the type of person that you are. Like, this is real shit. Like, I'm not lying to you. Like, I had people come to me and it's like, Damon, I really had no idea that you had to do all of those things. But she's like, I can understand it and I understand why.
Yeah, once you
she's
broke
like,
it
that's
down.
Crazy. She's like, that's crazy that literally you do all of those things before you. And
That's
I'm like,
survival.
she's like, that's crazy.
That's a
but
part
I'm
of
like, the moment that I don't,
survival.
like, I'm not even going to give you a chance. I'm like, and I'm overcautious. I know that. But I'm not even going to give you a chance to say or to feel or anything. Because what's the narrative? Big black man was in my house. He moved wrong. I panicked. I was afraid. I shot him. They're not going to do no jail time, no probation, nothing like that. Even though I'm there doing what I'm doing. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
They can say anything. I'm not giving you the chance. I'm going home. You
Every
feel me?
time.
I'm going home. But like, so yeah, man, it's crazy. And then we got to teach 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids to think like that. Right. Kids that are big for their grade. You know what I mean? You're a 12-year-old kid. They looking at you like a grown man. They're gonna treat you like a grown man. What's the name or whoever can pop off, say whatever. But I say something disrespect, you acting like a whole grown man. Yeah. Disrespected you.
Yeah.
And my punishment is harsh.
Yeah.
I'm a kid just like this kid though.
Exactly.
And this is real. And this is real shit. This shit really happened. It's not no movie shit, no YouTube.
This is real.
This shit really happened. This shit really happened. So.
Yeah. You have to, you know what I'm saying? And I do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you do, you know what I'm saying? It just throughout, you know, like I said, you're going to the store, you're going to a restaurant, at work, whatever. There's just certain things, you know what I mean, that we, and I don't know, and I don't know, I can't really say it's my upbringing because my upbringing is a lot different than your upbringing. You know what I mean? And I know that. And so I know my upbringing makes me paranoid because of what I've been through. Makes me paranoid, but yours doesn't. Mm-hmm. But still, you instinctively know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I need to watch what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that'll let you know that it has nothing to do with, you know what I mean, where you come from or your finances or anything like that. Yeah. It's as black people, we know, you know what I mean? We know. Certain shit we just don't do. You can't do, you know what I mean? So, I mean, and that's, you know.
We all need money. Money.